For the engineering project, I needed a consistent way to test paper airplanes because I like throwing paper airplanes and wanted to see which ones would go further under consistent circumstances, because me throwing with my hand was not consistent and I could not get accurate results. So I needed a consistent source of power and a consistent angle of launch. Adjustable ramp, and you have to make sure that it has multiple settings that can be changed for adjusting the angle of launch. And if that works, then you need to make sure that it's compatible with the rubber band launching system. The rubber band launching system first needs to work with paper airplanes and also needs to be compatible with the adjustable ramp. If not, then you have to go back to the original part. If both of these are compatible, then you have an adjustable ramp with launching system for paper airplanes. This is the final design for my engineering project. It is a paper airplane launcher. This is a demonstration with one type of plane. And it can be used with other planes as well. This is on one setting. It also goes to other angles of launch. Here. And here. This is how the launcher looks from my angle. Here's the rubber band system. And how it works is the plane has a notch at the bottom, this little cutout, and it attaches to the rubber band, pulling it back. And when it launches, it lets it go. These lines indicate different strengths you can pull it to. There's 1, 2, and 3. And I have this little thing here so you can hold down the ramp to make sure it doesn't move while you're pulling back the rubber band. Some notable issues that can be seen in the final project include the chopsticks, which were originally meant to be upright but now are instead angled inwards. I realized that this actually does not matter and the project works fine how it is. I wanted them to be up straight like this, but the rubber band naturally pulled it. Another flaw can be noted right here. It is these notches. These are the solution to the flaw actually, and I originally wanted toothpicks to be stuck into the cardboard to act as the notches for the flap. However, the toothpicks would not stay up, and so I used these instead, which are much more sturdy. Another issue that I came across was the rubber band. I couldn't find a rubber band long enough, so I connected 3. As you can see, that is a knot where there are 3 separate rubber bands to make one larger one. I knew I wanted to use a rubber band system like this to launch the airplane because that is what I had done when I was younger. But instead of two chopsticks, I used my fingers instead in sort of this fashion. So I had to implement the rubber band into a project, which wasn't too difficult since I already knew I wanted to do that. What was hard was coming up with a system that can make the ramp adjustable. Originally, I had it going to slide up and down like this, something to allow the ramp to shift like that. But when I saw the natural fold in the cardboard, I realized I could use it with these notches, which I was inspired by pool beach chairs. Overall, I'm very happy with the project I made. If I were to change anything for future designs, I would likely make this out of wood instead of cardboard, which may be sturdier and more reliable in its fashion. If I made it out of wood, I would then maybe be able to use screws instead of chopsticks for these, which they could remain upright, but I would still need an elastic of a sort, so rubber bands would probably still be preferable.